Welcome to the SE News, your time to get the latest developments in construction and real estate in Central and Southeast European countries. Today we will speak about Slovakia, and while presenting you the latest news, you can enjoy this wonderful video with the most beautiful places in Slovakia. The Slovak construction market is the smallest among the member countries of the Euroconstruct area. Due to its size, it is significantly more affected by both favorable and unfavorable influences. Overall, the private sector contributes more to construction investment than the public sector, with one exception, civil engineering, where public investment is higher. In residential construction, private investment exceeds public. This can be attributed to a widely neglected public rental housing program in Slovakia. The contribution of residential construction to the total volume of construction output is about 28%, according to the official data from the National Statistical Office. However, do-it-yourself and black work predominate in this sector. For this reason, the development of sales of building materials does not correspond to the development of construction output. Construction output in residential construction grew until 2019, when it reached its last peak. Due to the pandemic, construction output fell by 15% in 2021 compared to the period before the pandemic. Slovakia's Recovery and Resilience Plan provides support for the renovation of 30,000 single-family homes by 2026. Renovation in this case means the reduction of the building's primary energy consumption. If savings of 30 to 60% are achieved, a subsidy of €40,000 will be available. If savings of over 60% are achieved, a subsidy of €90,000 will be granted. This funding measure is primarily concerned with the thermal insulation of the building envelope and the replacement of windows and doors. Prices of doors, windows and thermal insulation materials increased by 15% within 1 year. In 2022, a slowdown in construction material prices is not expected. Applicants should receive the first subsidies at the beginning of 2023. It's questionable whether the amount of the subsidy will be increased or the number of family houses that will be supported by the subsidy will be reduced. When we talk about commercial, there is some news. Slovak developer Colvin has announced that its office projects in Bratislava and Ljubljana will soon join the list of LEED Zero Carbon certified carbon neutral buildings, of which there are only 8 in existence at the moment. While lowering emissions has been gaining great importance in recent years, full carbon neutrality is only expected to arrive by 2050. Even though Slovakia and Slovenia do not currently possess any carbon neutral buildings, they could gain 4 of them more than 2 decades ahead of EU goals. That is because Colvin plans to join the carbon neutral age and create the first LEED Zero Carbon certified office portfolio in the world within the next few years. How this can be achieved? First of all, it's necessary to take this goal in mind already during the design and construction phase of the project. That is why we always try to maximize our use of recycled and local materials, making the buildings as energy efficient as possible, utilizing renewable natural energy through heat pumps or covering the roof with vegetation. It's a complex set of measures which will minimize the project's energy use, said Eric Fusik, project manager at Corwin. Not every building could become carbon neutral. Blumenthal Offices, the company's first office development, is a holder of a LEED Gold certificate. Park Offices hold a LEED Platinum certification, being the first office building in Slovakia and one of the less than 1% of buildings around the world to achieve this level. Vilharia, which is set to become the most sustainable office in Slovenia, was also pre-certified with this level. The same is expected of their brownfield revitalization project, Palma. In the residential perspective, residential prices in Slovakia see record growth in Q1 2022. Actual sales prices of real estate in the Slovak Republic reached high growth at the beginning of the year, mainly due to the rising sales prices of new houses and flats. The Statistical Office of the Slovak Republic announced. In the first quarter of 2022, realized prices of dwellings increased by 14.2% year-on-year, it representing a new year-on-year record rise. In the first quarter of 2022, the current development was mainly due to the dynamic growth of realized prices of new dwellings at the level of 16%. At the same time, prices of existing dwellings increased more moderately by almost 30% year-on-year. In May 2022, the analysts of the National Bank of Slovakia published their statistics on property prices. According to them, the offer prices of residential properties rose by 23.3% year-on-year in the first quarter. The analysts based their calculations on property prices on the database from United Classifieds. Slovakia housing completions fall in Q1 2022. The number of completed flats in Slovakia has fallen year-on-year in the first quarter of 2022. Construction around Bratislava has also been on a downward trend for several quarters. However, 3 Slovak regions report the opposite trend, with a dynamic increase in the number of completed apartments. The recovery can be observed in the number of flats under construction, according to the data from the Statistical Office of Slovakia, as reality.trend.sk reports. In Slovakia, a total of 4,078 apartments were completed in the first quarter of 2022, but this represents a year-on-year decline of 9.1%. Even compared to the first quarter of 2020, 10% fewer apartments were completed. 4 out of 8 regions in Slovakia also reported a year-on-year decline in the number of completed apartments. The Banska Bystrica region leads in the number of completed flats with an increase of almost a third, followed by the Košice and Trenčín region. Moreover, the majority of completed flats are in family houses, more than 3/4 of them. Antrasit plans development in Czech and Slovak cities. Development company Antrasit is launching a series of projects in several cities in the Czech Republic and Slovakia. It's preparing a mixed-use rental project in Ostrava, an office and apartment project, and a rental project in Pilsen. A mixed-use rental project is also being prepared in Žilina and another rental project in an industrial area in Prešov, the company announced. Antrasit is currently preparing several development projects simultaneously in the Czech Republic and Slovakia, most of them are long-term leases or tailor-made lease projects, built to suit or built to own. When we talk about retail, Austria's Supernova buys 4 shopping malls in Slovakia. Austrian real estate group Supernova has added 4 Max shopping malls to its portfolio of 11 OBI supermarkets in Slovakia. The transaction, without mentioning the price, was reported by the news website reality.trend.sk. 4 Max shopping malls in the regional cities of Trnava, Trenčín, Nitra and Poprad have been added to the Slovak real estate portfolio of Austrian retail property group Supernova. In addition to the 11 OBI stores that the company has been preparing in Slovakia already since 2016, it has now added multipurpose properties with different types of tenants, ranging from retailers and restaurants to cinemas. On average, the centers are 15,000 square meters, which is more than 60,000 square meters in total. The group, which is headquartered in Graz and operates 81 retail properties in Austria, Croatia, Slovenia, Romania and Slovakia, with a gross value of 1.85 billion euro, aims to achieve carbon neutrality by the end of 2023. These were our news about Slovakia. Stay tuned for more about Bulgaria, Romania, Poland, and Czech. See you soon.